guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Jazzy, and if you are new here, I already need to apologize because I actually sprained my ankle this past month, so I'm not able to do like a nice setup for this video, and I'm really bummed about it, honestly, because this month's favorite video is gonna be my favorite. Like, literally, I have so many new favorites, so I knew I couldn't like go without filming it. But I also knew I wasn't going to be able to set up like a nice display behind me or anything. So I'm sorry that this is what you get, but I'm just going to keep it real. There's no way I could have done that today. So let's just hop on into some of my favorites from the month of January. And we watched so much TV this month, you guys, partially and due to my sprained ankle, but also because last month was Vlogmas, so we didn't really do anything last month. So this month we kind of like took it easy and watched a lot of shows together, and it was just amazing. Let's just hop on into some of my favorites. The morning show. If you guys have Apple TV, do not sleep on Apple TV. If you guys have bought any sort of Apple product in the last like probably 6 months or so, they're offering a deal where you get a free Apple TV subscription until, I don't know when, I think it's like a year free or something like that, but it is so good. Every show that we've watched so far from there has been amazing, so definitely try it. Especially if it's free anyway, you might as well sign up. But our absolute favorite was the morning show. Trigger warning on that show though, it is about like sexual misconduct and stuff, so it definitely, like, there's a lot on that show that can be hard to watch if you're someone who has gone through something like that, so just a warning. But it's also super good. Like, I can't even begin to explain to you how amazing that they did on like the depiction of that kind of thing. And yeah, it's just really important. And if you guys have like a significant other, I think it's also really important to watch it with them, because I don't know, it was just like so eye-opening for I think both of us, because it shows everything to an extent of like the person not realizing that they were raping the other person. It just like really gives you a good idea of like, I don't know, it gives you a good idea of everything. So that one is a really important show. I actually can't believe nobody else is talking about the show. I've heard a couple of people mention it, but there are a lot of people that aren't talking about it. Like, usually these types of shows blow up. I just can't believe it hasn't. It is so amazing. It's basically all about the Me Too movement. I could go on and on about the show forever. It is that good. So highly recommend the morning show. And then paired with the morning show is a show called Defending Jacob, which is also a really, really good one. That's one that we've been watching recently. We actually just finished it last night, and whew, it was good. The ending was like crazy, but honestly, I really liked it, but it was kind of slow for me throughout up until the last episode, which is kind of a bummer, obviously. But it was kind of slow throughout, I will admit, but it was still really good and still really worth the watch. The only thing I will say about Apple TV's TV shows is they're so dark. I don't understand like the lighting situation in them. I know they're trying to like set the mood or something, but it doesn't need to be that dark. I can't even see it in the daytime. Like, you literally need to turn all your lights off in order to watch these shows, and like, it's just not a good look for them. I don't know why they're doing that. I know they're trying to be moody and all, but I would like it if they were a little bit brighter, because even when I have all the lights off, sometimes you still can't see like what's going on in the show, which is very strange to me. But anyway, really, really loved Defending Jacob as well. And then on my own this month, I watched the High School Musical, the musical series, on Disney Plus. You guys, I've been thinking about watching this for a while. Actually, I think I started it like 6 months ago. Whenever it came out, whenever Disney Plus came out, I started watching it, and I watched like the first episode and a half, and like, I really liked it. I don't know, I must have got busy and didn't finish it, but I ended up having time, obviously, with my foot situation to watch it. And what really got me invested in it was that new driver's license song by Olivia, whatever, Rodrigo, maybe her last name is how you pronounce it, I'm not quite sure, but she had this, you guys all know, I'm sure you heard the driver's license song, but then there was this whole drama with Sabrina Carpenter, who I also have no idea who she is. It was just like it was a whole thing between all of these people and Joshua Bennett or something like that. I don't know. Whole thing, all sorts of drama, and I was invested, you guys. So I was like, I need to watch. I need to see what's going on with these two. And I watched, and the show was really, really cute. Really cheesy, I will admit, but very cute. And especially if you've watched High School Musical, if like you were a big fan of High School Musical when you were younger, the show is like a must watch. It was adorable. I actually can't wait for the second season. And also I'm curious what they're going to do with the second season because of all the drama that went on between Olivia and this Josh guy. I don't know what's going on there. So we'll see. But that was a really good episode. That was a really good show. I actually binged it in like 2 days. And I'm actually rewatching it now just because I'm crazy. And then also, I think I've already mentioned to you, like, all the shows that have come back on, like Zoe's Extraordinary Playlist, and I think that might be the only one that's come back on, actually, but that one, so good still. It's kind of a different dynamic in the second season, but I'm not going to spoil anything for you guys, because they're missing a character in the second season, so it's obviously going to have a different dynamic, but you guys will see. So anyway, moving on to my favorite movies of the month. We watched a lot of movies as well this month, and one of my favorites was The Secret. It's on Amazon, I believe, and it's like all about, if you guys know anything about The Secret, like, what is that called? Manifesting or whatever. It's all about that basically, but not necessarily. Like, it's not really about manifesting. I was a little worried it was going to be that kind of movie, and those kind of movies kind of turn me off for some reason. I just don't know enough about it, so like I'm always worried it's going to get too in depth and I'm not going to understand. But it did a really good job of just like kind of showing that your outlook on life matters. And yeah, it was a really, really cute movie. It's one that could have been in theaters and maybe it was in theaters. I don't think so, but it's one that could have been in theaters if theaters had been open, you know. So we watched the movie Soul, which I know everyone was raving about, and we really liked it. It was a good movie, but I will say, if you guys haven't watched Inside Out, that movie was 1,000 times better than Soul, in my opinion. Like, I thought Soul was really good, but Inside Out, way better. Don't waste, not to say it's a waste of time on Soul, but like I chose to watch Soul with Dominic, and it's not often I can get him to watch, like, he likes cartoons, but not those kind of cartoons, so it's not often, and I feel like I kind of like wasted it on Soul when we could have watched Inside Out, and I feel like that would have been more effective. But Soul was still good, don't get me wrong, and I know so many people love it, but I feel like the people that love it are people that haven't seen Inside Out. And I had one of my friends encouraged me like really hard to watch Inside Out, and I was like, I'm not gonna watch it. It's a kid movie, why would I watch it? And then I sat down and I watched it, and I'm telling you right now, it's a great movie, and it actually is like one of my top like maybe 5 movies when it comes to like messages. Oh, it's so good. So anyway, I know I didn't watch Inside Out this month, but I would say that that's probably on my favorites for the month, even though, I mean, Soul could be up there as well, and it was still really good if you don't watch Inside Out. But I don't know, if you've got 2 hours to kill, definitely watch Inside Out before watching Soul. And then we also watched the Chef movie. So I know I mentioned to you guys a couple of months ago that we had started the Chef show, and we watched like a couple of episodes, but it was kind of hard to understand it until like watching the movie. So we ended up throwing the movie on. My mom actually bought the movie for us like years ago, and she bought it from Dominic because Dominic is obviously really into cooking. And I don't know why. We never watched it. But, well, actually, yes, I do know why. Because I wasn't really interested because I thought it was a different movie. There was another movie that we watched, like, a long, long time ago. And it was just so boring. And it was about, like, cooking. And I just was not interested. And Dominic kept suggesting me watch this Chef movie. Well, it has the guy Favreau, I think his name is. I don't know. I could be so wrong. I don't remember what his name is. But it's directed, and it's, like, the guy's in it. What is his name? He's from like some superhero shows. So anyway, we ended up deciding we were going to try this Chef show because we did like the Chef movie, because we did like the Chef show, but we didn't like it enough to continue watching it, and we really wanted to watch it. So we ended up throwing the Chef movie on. Oh my gosh, one of my favorite movies of all time, you guys. Like, literally, this movie is so good, and it really just like, oh, it's an amazing movie. If you're going to watch any movie off this list, Chef is definitely the one you need to watch, especially if you like cooking. I think if you don't like cooking, it would still be good. And it may have just been good for me because, like, I could relate to it with Dominic just because he loves cooking so much. So, yeah, but it was good. It was great, you guys. Definitely highly recommend Chef. And then we went back and we started watching Chef the Show again, and we're obsessed with it. We're literally, like, 3 seasons in now. Oh, it's so good. Moving on to my favorite buys of the month. I'm sorry I'm talking fast, you guys. I know, I feel like I'm talking really fast this time, but it's just because, like, I don't want to be sitting here for that long because of my leg. I'm elevating it, but it's just so much better to be elevating it, like, up on a pillow or something. So, just know I'm talking fast so that I can get this over with. Not to say I want to get this video over with, just get sitting here over with. And also, I apologize about the lighting. I also probably should have turned the light on, but by the time I sat down, I was like, I can't get up. So this is the lighting we've got. But anyway, my favorite buys are actually something that I didn't buy and Dominic bought. Actually, a couple of things. One thing is something that Dominic bought me, and it is the Dyson Airwrap. I'm going to be doing a review on it for you guys. I apologize for having not done it yet. It is amazing. It is literally my favorite thing in the planet. And, like, I know it's super expensive. Trust me, I'm not, like, encouraging you guys to go out there and spend $550 on a curling iron. Definitely not encouraging that, but I will say it changed my life. Like, literally, before I had my foot issue, like, I was curling my hair every day, and it takes 10 minutes. Not that I couldn't with my foot issue. It's a whole process to get in front of the mirror and, like, sit. I just don't like sitting these days, apparently. It is so amazing, and it's so fast, and it just makes you want to do your hair every day because it's so much fun as well, and your arm never gets tired. Like, I can't say enough good things about it. Again, I apologize for the lighting. We are using window lighting, and we've learned not a good idea. I really should put the light on, shouldn't I? I really feel like this lighting is, like, the worst for a video ever. I'm gonna wobble, you guys. I'll be right back. I'm gonna turn the light on really quick. Okay, I really apologize for the lighting, but I know you guys will understand. I feel like everybody that watches this video is, like, my OGs. Like, I feel like you guys have been following me for a while. So I feel like you'll get it, and I love you guys so much. Let's move on to my favorite foods of the month. Oh my gosh, so many good favorite foods of this month. So Dominic has made so many amazing meals this month, but my absolute favorite was when he made lasagna. We always have lasagna for New Year's Day, so I'm lucky that that is included in this month because it was obviously the 1st of January, and oh, it's so good, you guys. I cannot begin to explain to you. I have been encouraging Dominic to start, like, a cooking channel on YouTube because his food is out of this world, and I just think he would do so amazing. Everything he makes me, I'm like, oh, I just wish he would have a recipe for all of it online so that I could make it whenever I wanted, even though obviously I have him, but I want to share the love, and I want everybody else to be able to try the foods that he's made because they're so good. So the lasagna would be number one. I'm sure I put a picture up on screen or, like, a video or something. Also, he made us fried chicken and Brussels sprouts. So I showed you guys the Brussels sprouts in my haul, healthy cooking haul or whatever. And he, like, oh my gosh, clearly we didn't start eating healthy yet, you guys. But that's just because I literally fell down the stairs and I can't cook. So I'm usually the cook when it comes to the healthy stuff because Dominic likes to add butter to everything. He's like an amazing chef, but nothing's ever really that healthy. So anyway, he made me these Brussels sprouts. Oh my gosh, so good. I'll put it on screen. So good. And then also my favorite podcast of the month, I've been listening to, I always listen to Be There in 5, you guys already know that, but one that I have listened to is Mouthing Off with Olivia Caridi, who I think that's how you pronounce her name. If I get that wrong, I will be so messed up because she literally, so I'm not going to lie, this is why I've been listening to her, but I listened to her earlier in life, but then I got a little disconnected from, like, the Bachelor franchise, but I've been watching The Bachelor recently, so I have been listening, but she actually shared, like, something that I said on her podcast, and she pronounced my whole name accurately, and it was honestly super embarrassing. If you guys want to check that episode out, I'll link it down below. But it was, what she said was honestly hilarious, but also embarrassing. You guys will hear if you listen to it. But she actually pronounced my freaking name right. Who would have thought? So anyway, that would be my favorite podcast of this month just because I've become extremely obsessed with her since she said my name. I don't know. It's always so weird when somebody that, like, is bigger, is, like, famous. It's weird when they say your name and also when they say it right. So if I get her name wrong, I'm going to feel terrible. Moving on to some of my favorite comments of the month. Oh my gosh, I've been overwhelmed with comments this month, you guys. You know this is my favorite part of the video every single month, and this month has been overwhelming with the amount of love that I've gotten from you guys. I am going to put some of my favorite comments up on the screen now. Most of them are from my weight gain series. Everybody's just come and support me so heavily, and it just means so much to me to know that I'm having an effect on you guys. Obviously, sharing these vulnerable things is not fun, and like, I don't enjoy sharing them, but the amount of love that I get back from you guys after I share them is so worth it. It makes it so worth it for me seeing your comments and reading that, like, you guys can relate. It just means so much to me. So I obviously put some of you guys on screen, and I love you all so much. I am blocking out your names because I don't actually know if I always block out people's names, but these are kind of more sensitive topics, like you guys sharing with me your weight stories and stuff. And obviously people can find out who you are if they go to the video, but I just don't feel like putting you on blast in my video with your stories is a good idea, seeing as how, like, obviously, I don't know. I'm okay putting I've talked to you guys about this before, but I'm okay putting my stuff on blast, but putting you guys on blast, like, I would never do that to you guys. So I love you all so much, and those of you that did leave those comments, you know who you are, and I can't appreciate you guys. I literally can't tell you guys how much I appreciate you. You guys have kept me going. You guys have really kept me going through this whole thing with my foot situation, because, like, I just, reading your comments, every single comment that I get from you guys, just, it gives me that boost of like, oh, I'm doing something. I have a purpose, you know? Like, it just, it means so much to me. So I love you all so much, and I am going to end this video here because my foot is killing me. It's only been like 15 minutes of filming, but my foot hurts super bad. So I love you, and I will see you guys in my next one.